Hey guys, what's up? Vero here. So I wanted to make a video discussing YouTube sponsored videos. What kind of made me want to discuss this is recently youtube.com/TreyChat or Panzer or Danielle or whatever you want to call her had issues with an Overwatch video that she uploaded. It immediately got false flagged for copyright claim, and she ended up, I think, getting like over 400,000 views on the video that were completely unclaimed, like completely just no money rolling in, zip, zero, nada. Which, depending on the money you can make a video, it really depends on the ads and a whole bunch of other things. She could have easily probably made 500 bucks on that one video. And I think that's just horrible that something like that can happen. And the reason a lot of YouTubers do sponsored videos is because shit like that does happen. Because they put so much time and effort into a video and it ends up getting falsely claimed. Like, not even a legit claim, but falsely claimed. And they end up losing 500 bucks of their hard-earned money that they should have earned for that month. Out the window, out the toilet, out the whatever. It's just poof. Which I think is unfortunate because, you know, maybe some of your videos don't do that well and then you have this one video that you could have easily made, like, enough to pay your rent, and you basically just get screwed over it, and it's not fair. Now recently YouTube did mention that they're going to be changing how the copyright claim works at some point in the future. It hasn't been implemented yet. I have no clue when. If a video, so there's like a video and it gets copyright claimed, so all of the money is going to go to like a little pot. So let's say a video gets copyright claimed and it ends up making 500 bucks. So the 500 bucks goes in this little invisible bank thing, while person that made the video and the person claiming the video kind of talk to YouTube and settle it out, and the person that ends up being decided of the like owner of the video, I guess, ends up getting the money. So if the original creator of the video, you know, they're like, yes, it was a false claim, here's the money that you would have earned from that video, they get the money. If it was a legit claim, then they'll give it to the company that's doing the copyright claim on the video, which I think is amazing. Like, why wasn't this implemented years ago? Honestly. And I think a lot of people get really upset with YouTubers when they do sponsored videos. I personally am not one of them. And there's several reasons why. One, because sometimes they get screwed over with things like this. There's also certain times in the year where YouTube isn't as big in terms of views and making money and getting more subscribers. And that's usually, I think that's usually around like the holidays, especially like Christmas and stuff, because not a lot of people are watching videos at that time. So I can understand why someone wants to do a sponsored video where they could easily make up that 500 bucks that they just recently lost, where they can, you know, like, people, I know this is a shocker, but people like to have food on the table and in their fridge, and people like to pay their rent. And sometimes YouTube is not a guaranteed income, and sometimes you need that extra, like, little boost, especially, like I said, during the slow seasons of YouTube. Personally, I think the only way that I would ever really have a problem with a YouTube sponsored videos is, one, if it's not actually disclosed, which by law you have to disclose it, by the way. Two, they do the video in such a way that it's not really that good. Like, you'll see people will, like, there's been a lot of people being sponsored by Best Fiends, which is totally fine, but they'll kind of, like, casually mention it, but they don't do it in such an awkward way that you're just like, really? Really? But they're just like, hey, I've been playing this game, and like, you can legit tell that they've been playing this game because they're like level 50 or something. So you know that they've literally been playing this game, even though, yes, they're getting paid to play it, yes, they're getting paid to talk about it, whatever, but you can tell that they've actually been putting in the work to play the game, and that they're actually trying to, like, learn how to play the game, and that they're playing the game, they're enjoying the game. Some people even still play it afterwards, whatever. So I think in the case of a YouTube sponsorship being, you know, one, upfront, and two, like, you can tell they put some effort into it, and it's not just they're like, you know, yeah, I'm totally sponsored by the deodorant thing, and they just kind of like casually like, deodorant, I'm gonna put my deodorant on right now, you know, and it's very awkward, or it's something that you can tell they don't like, and they're just like, yes, I love this deodorant, it's the best deodorant ever. Actually, this really does smell good, not even gonna lie. Tropical Paradise, in case you're curious. Not sponsored, by the way. It was just so happened to be there, because I got these lights on me, and I get a little sweaty, and so I gotta make sure I have my deodorant on. So, side note. So I feel like YouTube sponsorships are amazing, and I think it's awesome that companies are recognizing the power of social media and the power of YouTubers, and just how much control they kind of actually have. And I don't know, I just think it's cool. I think it's awesome that sponsorship opportunities are something that people can do. I think that the hate that people get from doing a sponsorship is just unnecessary, unless, like I said, you can tell they're completely lying about it, then I can maybe be like, oh, okay, I feel like you could have done that one a little bit better, I personally have never done a sponsored video on my channel. I've been offered sponsorships in the past, but they weren't really anything that I was really into. I did once stream a game that someone gave me. A company was just like, hey, do you want to stream our game? Like, here's a free copy, and we'll give you a copy to give away. Sure. They didn't pay me anything. They just gave me a free copy, and I was like, all right, why not? I've also had other companies try and do the same thing, but it wasn't really a game that I was interested in, so I told them no thank you. Or they sent it to the wrong email address, and I didn't reply, because following directions is hard. But I don't know, I think overall YouTube sponsorships and ads are kind of important, especially when people have ad block on. Like, I would probably make a lot more with my YouTube videos if people didn't have ad block on, which I understand why people have it on, whatever. I personally have it turned off for YouTube, but maybe that's just me. And if people have it turned off or have it turned on for me, then, whatever, that's your choice. So yeah, basically, I see nothing wrong with YouTube ads and sponsorships. People need to get off their high horse and stop getting so upset about people wanting to pay their bills. That's my 2 cents, though. But yeah, so let me know in the comment section below what you think about YouTube sponsorships kind of in general. Are you one of those people that get really upset when you can tell someone does one? Are you someone that's just like, whenever they have bills to pay, let me like this video and kind of give them a view so that, the company thinks that they did well on it, or maybe they did do well on it. You're just like, yeah, good job, good sponsored video. I know it's sponsored, but you did a solid job with it. Which you can usually tell the difference, but yeah, just my 2 cents. But if I ever do a sponsored video in the future, I will of course disclose it. I will of course let you guys know. It'll be in the description. It'll be in the title. But I would never do a sponsorship for something that I'm not completely passionate about, or something that I'm like really into. Like, maybe a company sends me a product, and I'm like, this product's freaking amazing, and they're like, hey, we want to give you $300 to tell other people why you like this product. Sure, like, you can bet your bottom dollar that I will put a lot of sweat and tears into making a solid video for something that's sponsored, because I feel like, why not? But I'm still considered a pretty small channel, so I haven't really had any sponsorships come in or people wanting to give me money to talk about something, and that's totally fine. So, whatever. If all of us could just have money magically appear and didn't have to put ads on our video, then we totally would. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, because a lot of people, this is their full-time job, and I think sometimes we forget that. So yeah, I will catch you guys later. Thanks so much for watching this video. Be sure to subscribe and all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. Thanks so much for watching this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. A fin up, I guess, if you enjoyed it. And be sure to subscribe to my channel, because I put out new videos every week. Don't forget to also check out my social media at the bottom, because you can follow me there too. I stream weekly on twitch.tv/Veroicone, and you can catch me there too, in case you want to see more of me, and see more of me in a shark costume. Because, why not? I don't know. But thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye. Shark out!